Yo, how's it going, everyone? This is Mitchell Mander here, and it has officially been 1 year now that Ash Ketchum has been gone from the Pokémon Anime. Yes, sir. A year ago today, the final episode of Pokémon Journeys, or Aim to be a Pokémon Master, aired, and Ash Ketchum left the Pokémon Anime. Also equally crazy is that Pokémon Horizons is approaching its 1 year anniversary, which is pretty crazy. Time seriously does fly, because it only feels like that was a few months ago, but yeah, it's been a year, which is just kind of blowing my mind. But yeah. Now, I mainly wanted to make this video as a treat to you guys, because I know there's quite a few people out there that are wondering if Ash could potentially make a cameo in Pokémon Horizons. I'm a little bit iffy on that, and I'm a little unsure how that could work within the series. So I'm going to go ahead and present a couple of scenarios here where Ash could potentially return within Pokémon Horizons. Now, real quick before we get started, I just want to say if you're someone that's brand new to the channel and you like this type of content, it would be pretty cool if you subscribe to the channel, like the video, watch the video to the end, and hit that notification bell. All these factors are really important and they definitely help. And yeah, if you like Pokémon Horizons, I cover this series pretty much on a weekly basis or whenever the episodes come out, with live stream discussions, along with discussions for upcoming episodes and other stuff too. So I also do video game streams as well, so yeah, you should totally sub to the channel and all that good stuff. Now, when it comes to Ash potentially reappearing in the main anime, I kind of have a hard time seeing how he would fit within the story of Pokémon Horizons, at least the story that Pokémon Horizons is telling. At least for the brief amount of time Ash would be back. Obviously, he would only be back for a very short amount of time, so it wouldn't take up too much time, but in that brief amount of time, I worry that he would not only overshadow Liko and Roy and the other Rise and Volt tacklers, but he would just be too strong for the Explorers to handle, and it would kind of remove tension from the scene, just because Ash is champion level at this point. And I'm pretty sure the second that they see him, they're going to be like, oh, I think we need to get out of here, because, yeah, that's Ash Ketchum. He's a little too strong for us, so we need to get out of here, and, yeah, let's leave the Rise and Volt tacklers alone for now, because, yeah, that kid's there. So, yeah, I don't really see a good scenario where Ash could be involved in any way, shape, or form with the main plot of Pokémon Horizons. However, I could see him being involved in an episode or two that's unrelated to the main plot of Pokémon Horizons. We'll just say it's in between, maybe the terrestrial debut arc and then whatever's coming up next afterwards. Just hypothetically speaking. So, we'll just say that Liko, Roy, and Dot have gotten a bit stronger since they enrolled in the academy. They got their Terra Orbs. We may even say they got another Pokemon or two or something like that. But hypothetically, they've gotten stronger. They're on their way to the next hero. We'll just say on their way to the next region, probably Sinnoh, going for Cleavor or something, or Johto for Entei. Roy ends up hearing about a little tournament that he can participate in, and he decides to enroll in this tournament to test his skills to see if he's gotten stronger since his time in the academy. And then we'll just say that he actually ends up doing really well, and everyone's cheering for him until he gets to the finals, and his final opponent is none other than Ash Ketchum, the Pokemon World Champion. Roy ends up geeking out as soon as he sees Ash, but then he realizes, oh crap, I'm facing Ash Ketchum. Do I even have a chance? Yeah, and we'll just say that Ash ends up beating Roy pretty easily, which pretty much is expected, even if Roy gets a bit of a power boost during the terrestrial debut arc. Yeah, he ain't beating Ash, who's clearly champion level at this point. Now, we'll just say that after the tournament concludes, Roy's not exactly bummed out that he lost. He's actually kind of excited, because he actually faced off against Ash Ketchum of all people. And maybe he decides to come up to him and actually have a conversation with him, and then Liko and Roy become acquainted with Ash. And we'll just say they hang out, they have like a snack or something like that they're eating somewhere. And he ends up meeting the other Rise and Volt tacklers. And we could see actually Pikachu and Captain Pikachu interacting here, and it would be a really nice moment, and I could see them hitting it off really well. And I also like the fact that both of these Pikachus have a different moveset from one another, which makes them both distinct from one another, which is kind of neat. So I could see them hitting it off and maybe battling a little bit. But maybe Ash is on his destination is pretty similar to where the Rise and Volt tacklers are heading off to. So he decides to hitch a ride with them. So they're on their way. Ash is probably geeking out, seeing the Bravasagi, and he's probably being like, oh, science is amazing. And he ends up hanging out with everybody. And then at some point in the episode or two, depending on how long this is, he ends up training Liko and Roy. Kind of seeing that they're still kind of lacking a little bit. So he ends up training them, and we'll just say they actually get stronger. They learn a new move or something, their Pokemon. Or maybe one even evolves. Probably not, but more than likely they get a little bit stronger, learn a new move, learn some new strategies. Maybe Ash teaches them a thing or two about some of the wild strategies he comes up with. We could see that implemented in this episode. But then, unbeknownst to everybody, Team Rocket has actually been spying on them this whole time, and they've been commenting on the whole thing. We'll just say that they saw both Captain Pikachu and Pikachu fight one another, and they realize, oh wow, this other Pikachu is actually really strong. We should get both of them at the same time, and present them to the boss. So, as the training is wrapping up, and they're maybe about to get a snack or something, they're still on their way to their destination. So maybe Murdoch is like, hey, let's have treats after that battle. So they go to do that, and that's when Team Rocket strikes and captures both Pikachu and Captain Pikachu. And they can't do anything about it. And it's at that moment where Liko and Roy have to step up, and they end up saving the day, getting Pikachu and Captain Pikachu out of that situation. And that's when both Pikachu and Captain Pikachu end up teaming up and blasting Team Rocket off. Now, I actually see this as a really nice passing of the torch moment where Ash actually acknowledges Liko and Roy. In his mind, he basically says something like, oh wow, Liko and Roy, they're really strong. They work really well together. I'm just getting excited seeing them here and how they've developed here over the course of the time I've been with them. I'm just getting excited thinking about how much stronger they're going to get in the future. I don't know, knowing Ash, I could see him being optimistic about the two of them getting stronger in the future. And then at this point, we'll just say that they've arrived at their destination. Maybe Ash is aware of their story and kind of what they're doing. They're going after the heroes. And maybe he wishes them luck. He's like, alright, good luck, guys. I'm where I need to be now. I'm going to go off and do my own thing. Good luck on your journey. And maybe we'll cross paths again someday. And that's pretty much where Ash's cameo within Horizons comes to an end. And Liko and Roy and the Rising Bolt Tacklers are off to find the remaining heroes. Now, another route they could take is having Ash reappear in a movie, in a Pokémon Horizons movie with Liko and Roy crossing paths with Ash. And there's something going on within this movie, and they're the main characters of the movie. It would be kind of nice in this scenario too, because it wouldn't mess with the main plot of Pokémon Horizons. Horizons is able to tell its own story without any past characters coming into the series. And then you have the movie that has its own unique plot that could work in its own right. Now, I personally think that the movie route is the better route to take, just because I think that this is the safer route, as if Ash comes back in the main series, if it's not executed right, I feel like a lot of people would be upset. And there's one thing I don't miss about the online anipoke community is that it's a lot less toxic now in Horizon, since Ash is no longer the main character. And it's not to say that it's Ash was like the cause of everything, but with certain things going on within the series, the previous series especially, yeah, there's some people that were pretty toxic and causing some issues and arguments online, which was not cool. But I could see this potentially springing back up if things are not handled correctly with Ash's potential return in Horizons. So I think the movie route would be safer. It would have its own original story and plot line, with Liko, Roy, and Ash obviously meeting up. And there's many different routes they could take with the movie. It's kind of hard to kind of figure out what they would do with the movie. I just feel like it would have its own original story that would not conflict with the main anime. And I think that it could work in its own right. Additionally, if they were to actually bring the Explorers into this plot for the movie, it'd probably just be like Ametheo, Zerk, and Konia. I feel like the movie route would be the best way for Team Rocket and the Explorers to interact with one another. We'll just say for the purpose of the movie, they have a separate mission from the main plot of Horizons, and they're investigating something or something. And they end up running into Team Rocket, and we get some funny interactions here. And I could even see Team Rocket being like, hey, did these chumps replace us? And they just break the fourth wall like that. I don't know, I think that would be really funny. And then they just get really annoyed at the Explorers, and at a certain point, Ametheo's like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this anymore. I got more important stuff to do, and then they just take off. I don't know. I feel like that would actually be a pretty funny scenario, and then they just get super annoyed, especially Jesse, who wants to take out Amethio. Obviously, Amethio is a lot stronger than Team Rocket, but I don't know. I feel like this would actually be a pretty funny interaction between the two groups. I don't really see any of the other explorers beyond Amethio, Coney, and Zerk showing up. Just them. I feel like they would probably work out the best for a movie scenario for Pokémon Horizons. Oh, and one more thing. Would it be main series Ash, or would it be the alternative universe Ash that was introduced in the movies, starting with I Choose You? Personally, I think it would just be main series Ash. It would be a little weird if it was alternative universe Ash. Then it would mean that Pokémon Horizons takes place in an alternative universe. Unless these are like alternate universe, like Liko and Roy's. Which, I feel it's a little too soon for something like that. So, probably main series Ash for the movie, in this case. They did it in the past movies, so probably be the same here. And he'd probably have a brand new outfit in either scenario. I don't think we need his Journey's outfit showing back up if he were to appear, whether it's in the main series or in a movie. So, give him a new outfit that looks pretty neat. And then send him off in a good way. And that's all I got for this video. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I just hope that if Ash does reappear within this series, that it's handled properly. Because if it's not, yeah, I just recommend staying off the internet that day. Because it's going to be a mess. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But I know how things go around sometimes in the community, so just be warned. Anyways, ignoring that, I'd like to hear from you guys now. So, in the comment section down below, post your thoughts. In fact, I'd like to hear some scenarios from you guys. What do you think could happen in an Ash Ketchum return within Horizons? Post your scenarios to this in the comment section down below. And if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and yeah, that's all I got. So, guys, have a great day or night wherever you're at, and I'll see you all later.